unmute myself to do this one.
Good job.
Okay.
And you,
Okay, at 11:14, the electoral board has gone out of closed, back in open session. The board certifies that we only discussed those items we said we were going to discuss before we went into closed session. The only people other than the board members were our counselor, Ms. Rudy, and the election manager, Alex Branch. And we are now back in open meeting.
and we all have to
And we all
agree
agree
to
to
that,
that.
and I agree to that.
We all say aye, yes. We reviewed applications for election officers. Jim, you want to report that?
Yes, I move the appointment of 5 officers whose names will be attached.
A small point of order, Mr. Howland, if you would. In the Congress of this discussion, it came up that we might consider another method of appointment. And I'd like to have that discussion before you do this.
Oh, okay. I was going to add to my thing that these be conditional appointments conditioned on their returning of paperwork in an expeditious manner.
And what my suggestion is that we should always appoint new officers of election who are being appointed for 1-year terms on a contingent basis to their returning the materials that they are sent to fill in within 2 weeks of when they are sent, or by such deadline as the election manager, given the incoming election, needs to set for that early deadline.
And I hear that as a friendly motion being made by you, and we can take a vote on it and put that into the record going forward, if that's what you would like to do.
I'm trying to get my motion in front of Jim's. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
So that we don't have to go back on these folks. And for the record, we have seen a large number of new electoral board appointments of officers of election who never return any paperwork. But they have now an appointment to be officers of election, and that appointment runs out after a year, but we need to keep them on the books all that time, when in fact they've never returned any information. So it would make our database a lot cleaner and easier to manage if we were able to not have them be officers of election. And yet the process of removing someone from that appointment is not arduous, but it's tedious, and there's no reason to do that if they've never actually sent anything back. So
my only problem there is the 2 weeks, because if it's somebody, we get somebody out of the election and Alex brings them to us in December, and the next election is obviously not going to be till June. Takes them 3 weeks to get it back. It's a big whoop. The closer to the election you get, the more that time frame is important. And you kind of said that, you said 2 weeks or
such earlier time as the election manager deems necessary to be of service in the upcoming election.
I would say the board needs to
say, or such time. How about that? So that
such earlier time. And I'm willing to start with 3 weeks and work back from there.
I think 3 weeks, because when people, and 3 weeks is a good notice, because in other parts, and we're not talking about code sections here because this is a board decision, but in the code, notices to voters are frequently tagged to a 3-week response. And so 3 weeks is a good time.
Then when the person gets the appointment notice, it must say in the appointment notice, we must hear back from you within 3 weeks.
This appointment is contingent upon your response with materials enclosed within 3 weeks.
Okay. If we do not hear from you within 3 weeks, we're happy to take your application at a later date, but this application will expire.
Happy to have you reapply.
Okay, having said all that, you're going to make a motion, and you're going to make it slowly so I can write it down.
And in point of fact, he could write it down and send it to you, and send it to all of us in an email. Would you like that, bud? Or would you like to just read it now so he can write?
If I had done it before the meeting, that would be good, but to do it now, since we've got a recorded record, I'm reluctant to not just say it out loud. And so we'll try and get through it with
Go ahead.
grammar correction as deemed necessary by the secretary.
Okay.
I move that the electoral board, when appointing officers of election for a 1-year term,
Okay.
make those appointments contingent
Mm-hmm.
on the return of registration materials that the elections manager sends to me.
Registration material.
Application
Okay.
materials. How about application?
So we're just trying to get more information.
But these are the
Return of the information
requested by.
that is requested by the elections manager. Period. Typically, new appointees 3 weeks from the date of their letter, email, communication, from the date of their communication. The date of their communication to respond.
And that communication will include all of the forms and information the applicant needs to complete and return.
Added
Did I not sort of say that in the previous thing? What, could you read it back to me?
from the beginning.
Sure.
Bucky moves that the electoral board, when appointing officers of election for a 1-year term, make those appointments contingent upon the return of information that is requested by the election manager. Typically, the election manager will give the new appointees 3 weeks from the date of their communication. And then you start doing things. So I have
May I suggest that we add the word all in front of the word information?
not the word information in here.
Yes, you do.
There you do. Go back. Start at the beginning and read. Come to it.
Moves that the electoral board, when appointing EOs for 1-year term, make those appointments contingent upon the return of information.
All information.
Returning just some of it wouldn't really get the job done.
Would it be more forceful to say information and forms?
Just all information requested.
All information that is requested by the election manager.
Whatever form that information takes. And we're the last few words getting to communication, and then we veered off.
The election manager will give the new appointee 3 weeks from the date of their communication
Of
his
this
or her communication.
May I, instead of communication, notification?
notification.
Because that's a point certain. It's not
His or her
emails, telephones, it's notification
notification.
of the appointment.
Unless
Will give.
it starts out, typically the elections manager will give the new appointee
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
His or her notification of the appointment.
To submit. Return.
You have
To return all the information.
Well, I was going to provide for the option for the election for a shorter period of time due to an impending election.
This 3-week time limit can be altered That way it can be extended or it can be shortened, can be altered at the request of the electoral board, depending upon the timing of an upcoming election.
Specification of the electoral board.
I like that. Say it again.
So let's finish this sentence. Do we have a complete sentence here yet?
I think so. Typically, the election manager will give the new appointees 3 weeks from the date of his or her notification of the appointment to return
The requested materials,
to documents.
requested information. We've used information before.
Requested information includes an oath.
Just all information.
Both though.
They don't have to come in and do their own.
No,
Yeah.
they have to send back a notification.
Send back.
So it's information. Here's my
Information.
documentation that you
It's
did
information.
your, okay. And then
Then this
This,
3 week period may be altered.
this time frame may be altered at the direction of the electoral board to be extended or to be shortened. Period.
that's
Doesn't say
it.
why, just says.
If for any reason we so
the way we
do.
said. It's Christmas, get it in.
This sets a standard. If we don't specify otherwise, it's 3 weeks.
This time frame may be altered at the direction of the electoral board.
Yep, period.
I think that's the motion.
One point of information on it. We said when appointing officer of selection for a 1-year term. Now we're really thinking in terms of new folks.
Yep.
Yes.
These, but when appointment time comes around, we reappoint a lot of people to another 1-year term.
Sometimes we do,
Why would we do that?
sometimes we do, if they're questionable.
Because,
And then
well,
that's-
usually we, at least my knowledge of doing it, often we make people work for 2 years before we give them a 3-year term. After 1 year, we still give them another 1-year term, and then so we got a little more understanding of it.
I wasn't familiar with that.
Yeah,
It's
1 year to a 3-year term.
or 1 year to a
Not
2 year,
automatic.
sometimes it's 2 years.
no, we don't do the 2-year anymore.
Well,
We got rid of the 2-year.
we have in the past.
Yeah.
Because there may be a person about whom you have little information. We may have a person that's been appointed for a year and they get sick. And they can't work on the election. That's not, I mean, you don't hold that against them.
No,
You don't kick them off.
Again, if they're coming back for a 1-year term, they're not a tenured.
No,
Well,
1 year is not tenured.
historically, I believe we have generally, even if the person seemed to be fine after 1 year, we give them another 1-year term. That we don't go to that 3-year term until we really have a history of the person working a couple of times, making sure they're all right.
Well, I'm completely comfortable putting the screws to people with 1-year terms
I am too.
and being a little more relaxed about people who are giving 3-year terms too. For whatever reason, we're doing that.
So we want to just keep when appointing OEs, not new OEs.
Is the word "new" in there? It should say just
This is a
OEs.
point.
No, that's what I was
Says-
just questioning.
Yeah, no.
Should we say
I
new?
intended for it to say OEs.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason, we're pointing someone to a 1-year term. We are less committed to them. And we need to determine if they're committed to us.
Okay.
And it also includes, I think it's a cover for people that we are appointing for an additional term or an additional 3-year term, that they still have to return their information, whether it's, yep, I want to work, or whatever information they're sent, they have to respond.
Yes, but I'm reluctant to take an experienced officer of election and you didn't get your stuff in 3 weeks and now you have to reapply. I'm not sure that's helping us.
Okay.
I expect most of the good ones to anyway.
Are you done with your motion?
I'm done moving.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you all.
Thank you.
I'm thinking about Althea getting,
We're in
We're in
open
open
session.
session. We're in open session and we're recording.
Okay.
Okay, do we have any other?
yes,
Go ahead.
I want to go back to the recently discovered
Oh,
elect.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you appointing new officers of election.
No, we haven't had a
done that yet.
vote on that
That's
yet.
on me.
Okay, so I moved the appointment of these 5 people.
All in
And I
favor?
guess I don't have to say conditional.
Just say to a 1-year term.
1-year term.
And now this other piece falls into place automatically.
1-year term. All in favor of appointing these 5 peoples to a 1-year term, say aye.
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 Now, Jim, you have other business?
Yeah, now that
I've got one.
thanks to Bucky discovering the website that we want our folks to be able to use. How do we make sure our chiefs all know about this? One, we're going to talk about it in provisional training session.
Right.
But we don't know that. Certainly, I think we do know that certainly not all chiefs are going to attend one of those sessions. So, I think do it. Get Alex to send out, and this is why I have lobbied for so long for this. Put together a group chat. Send out to all the chiefs the information, and also in last minute instructions, put it in there.
I would agree that it needs to go both places. I think Alex, we're going to direct Alex, we should direct Alex to send this link in a hyperlink so that all the chiefs can download it.
Did you get a text message from me yesterday?
I did, I think, about this.
Yes,
about this.
The link,
Yes,
so that
yes,
it's
yes.
easy to get to from your
Yeah,
phone.
exactly.
I think we need to text that to all of the chiefs. They can
Exactly.
forward that text on to their provisional officers, then it's a click.
And then they've got it on their phones.
It's one thing to, if I have to type it in on my phone.
No, they won't
then
do it.
When you first sent it, you sent it by email.
I sent an email about the
About
thing,
it, but not the
last
link.
night I sent a text out
Text went out.
to you guys.
I thought you sent.
It's on your phone.
No, I thought you sent.
I got it.
I sent an
Sent it
email.
as an email,
I did send it in an email.
which I
the
just
day
clicked
before.
on right away.
If you're reading your email on
Lucky
your
Walsh,
phone, it
then.
would work just fine.
Lucky Walsh, updated link from.
Not everybody reads their email on their phone.
I do not read my email on my phone. I would have the phone would blow up and beat me if I did
And
that.
while you can read your text messages from your laptop, it's more likely that you're reading your text messages on your phone. That's why I was just thinking we should send it out as a text.
So we want to ask Alex to send, or
Alex,
Alex can send out this link as a hyperlink in a text messages to all the chiefs and assistant chiefs.
Now let's just say chiefs.
I think it ought to go to both because if in a
I
busy,
think the chiefs can share it with their assistant chiefs if they
we don't-
want to.
they might not be able to, no offense to any of our chiefs. But not everybody can share a text message correctly. Believe me, we've all talked to people who can't do that.
agreed.
So if we send it to the chiefs and the assistant chiefs, because both groups may be a person helping with same-day registration at any given moment in a precinct. And you don't want somebody trying to send a text message when they're not able to know how to do that in the fit of election day. Send it to the chiefs and the assistant chiefs as hyperlinks to their text messages. And
For the folks coming to provisional training, we'll also have them do this.
exactly, while we're standing there,
Well,
pull out your phones and
I'm
do
still
this.
saying chiefs because otherwise, because we don't have this group chat thing set together.
We don't need a group chat for this.
Well, how long is it going to take Alex to send to 80 people individually? Because he may have put together one for the chiefs, but otherwise he's got to sit there and send the same damn message to 80 people. And and he's so busy. I think just send it to the chiefs, say, please share with your.
Let's
assistant
ask
chiefs."
Alex, if it's too much to do, then just send it to the chiefs, and if it's not too much to do, you can send it to both.
He could have somebody else in the office help.
As was previously suggested, I'll put this link up so it's accessible from our website too.
Right.
So if somebody can just browse to the elections website, they can get to it as well.
Just gonna say there's further discussion about giving links to the property.
We're gonna, we're gonna ask Alex if he needs assistance in sending it to the chiefs and the assistant chiefs to make sure everybody gets it.
No, that's not what I said. Not if he needs assistance. If it's too much work for him.
Well, he can divvy it up. There are other people in that office who can help him. Send it to, I think it's important that everybody gets it in a text
Alex's
message.
answer is going to be no, it's not too much work.
I think you're
for him,
right.
so.
I think you're right.
I'll just leave it as further discussion.
And when we leave here, we're going downstairs, speaking of Alex. Going it to the back to the warehouse, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
We are?
We are.
Why are we?
Move things into cages.
Cage loading. Anything else we need to discuss?
We adjourn.
Favor say aye.
Aye.
Board adjourns 11:35.